Hello and welcome to yet another interesting segment of the newspaper review here on DAF TV for today, the 8th day of September 2022. My name is Cyril Aloysius and thank you so much for joining me. Looking at the papers with me today, as usual, as always, is someone who knows a thing or two about politics, and that's Mr. Victor Stioku. You're very much welcome to join me, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you, sir.
And just before we go straight to the business of the day, we'll take a quick look at the world of sports. Where in football yesterday we saw the sacking of about 3 managers yesterday, and unfortunately Chelsea boss Thomas Tuchel was one of them. So what do you make of that particular headline?
Okay, it was shocking for me, but on a second thought, I was like, man, this is Chelsea for you. Yes, they have a new management. I thought with the new management that you guys will have patience to grow your team, and your former manager has shown that he's capable. He has what it takes to move the club a bit forward. Yes, but unfortunately, you guys were not patient enough.
6 to 7 games, that wasn't evident, was it?
What is 6-7 games? Man, to have a formidable team. Look at Klopp, for instance. When Klopp came to Liverpool, he wasn't this prolific. Okay, it takes time to build. Unfortunately, the Chelsea thing happened to the new owner, and it got him walking out of the door.
I like your use of the word, the Chelsea thing. It's almost like, okay, we are known for it. And it's been working for us, actually. It's been working for us.
But you guys are going to spend going to waste so much money. This is not Abramovich, where there's a lot of money to throw around. This time around, it's pure business. And unfortunately, you guys are going to lose some money.
Yeah, but we actually hope to move on straight away. Right now, Graham Potter is actually tipped to become the next manager. So let's see what he brings to the table.
He will shock you people.
In a good way, though, in a good way. All right, that's the much we can take on that particular headline. Let's not dwell much on sports for now. I'm taking you straight now to the main, business for the day, which is we're looking first at the Vanguard. And amongst the headlines in the Vanguard here, we have on page 5, this one says, food, how PDP governor candidates brokered peace with Wike. Food, how PDP governor candidates brokered peace with Wike on page 5 of the Vanguard. Next on page 27, we have 2023. Tinubu tackles Obi, says party not threatened by fake statistics and jabs. Tinubu tackles Obi, says party not threatened by fake statistics and jabs. That's on page 27 of the Vanguard. And on page 7, a very funny headline there on page 7 of the Vanguard, where we have Okada riders snatching our wives. Protesting police constables saying Okada riders are snatching our wives. That's a very funny headline on page 7. And moving on now from that headline over to page 26, where we have alleged fraud. Niger Assembly recommends suspension of 15 LG chairman. Niger Assembly recommends suspension of 15 LG chairman. And on page 6, we have 2023. Buhari can't withdraw nominations of 4 Rex nominees. That's on page 4. And on page 4 again, we have Bridging. FG pays 103 billion naira to oil marketers in 8 months. Okay, that's on page 4. And lastly, on page 9, we have diaspora funding. Diaspora funding. Nobody has given me anything. Nobody has given me anything. That's according to OB on page 9 of the Vanguard. Okay, you want more details on these headlines? Get a copy of the Vanguard for yourself. Mr. Victor, how do you react to these headlines?
Okay, let's start with the police. Whoa! So the police are saying that Okada riders are snatching their wives from them. Oh man, a very funny one. I begin to wonder, when you come from the economic aspect, you begin to wonder, is it that the police are not making enough money like the Okada riders? But let me also tell you, just recently, it was published that a police job that was for 10,000 persons, 60,000 persons applied for the job. What does that tell you? That it is also attractive to be a policeman. It's still attractive, in as much as the public are not okay with being a policeman. You being a policeman, and mind you, the NSAS thing did a whole lot bad
this sort of
for their image.
That comes along with being a policeman.
It's really dealt with their image. Okay, but now you ask, why are these wives leaving their homes for Okada riders? Well, you should also know that Okada men still make their bucks in their jobs, okay? Because it's usually said in the public domain that, see, most Okada men, or just like being an Okada man, you are short of your daily 2K. Okay. And but when you also see it from the, not that Okada men don't make up to 4,000 or 5,000, depending on their zone.
Yes.
Okay. But when you still, sorry, I'm talking economics now. But when you look at the policemen, they also make money outside their alawi, their salaries, because the ones that are posted outside the offices that hang around roads, you know what happens on the roads.
We know what they do.
They still get their urgent 2K from the roads. Okay. But yeah, when you also check it out in the, will I say, when it comes to the social differences, you find out that, see, in the public eye, a policeman is not seen as an upright person. A policeman, many a times, policemen are seen as criminals. I'm sorry to say that, but many a times it happens. Okay. So I think when it comes to image, in some climes, an Okada man has a better image than a policeman. That is it, my brother. Then please let's talk about just a bit about the Tinubu and the Obi fracas. Okay.
Tinubu tackling Obi.
Yes.
Saying
that he's releasing
threatened by his statistics.
Yes,
and
fake
statistics. And jabs.
Yes. Okay. Now, what has brought this whole thing is that the Tinubu campaign team released, I would call it an eye-catching documentary. Okay, to bring out the fact that Tinubu really went to the university. You know, there are some issues saying that, in fact, that his name is even fake. Okay, there are reports saying that the name Bola Tinubu, that he has no father, that he should show us his parents or lineage. Okay, but from the documentary really painted so cool about him, and that goes to kudos to the campaign team. Okay, they really painted that, see, Tinubu went to the University of Chicago for that matter, okay, and he read accountancy, and from there he worked with a list of companies, D&G, Deloitte, and Mobile Nigeria Limited. That's the Mobile we know. Okay, when he came, he also came to Nigeria, did some jobs with them here in Nigeria before switching to politics. Okay, and that was in the 80s. He switched to politics, and by 1992 he was by 1992 he contested to become Senate, and they even stated that he won the highest number for a senator in Nigeria. Back in 1992. In 1993, he became a full-blown senator. But yes, you know what happened in 1993? The military junta happened, as in there was a coup by the late, in quotes, of blessed memory. I call it blessed memory because I'm talking about Sani Abacha, of blessed memory. Blessed memory. Oh, let me not divert it, but you know that the blessed memory has been giving us so much money too. Okay, that aside, yeah. Then in 1994, it happened that he had to go on exile. Okay, because the military were after him. Okay, then 1999 he became the governor of Lagos State, and he built the new Lagos. Okay, they even called it the pathfinder of the new Lagos. Okay, well, that aside, I've done so much on the Tinubu thing. But yeah, what am I saying? He has the guts now, because the campaign team has pushed him up to say that, see, not just Obi talking about from consumption to production, and bringing out his statistics of leaving so much money for the Anambra State government when leaving the office. Okay, well, this is almost time. Yes, they are really campaigning, but we just have to wait it out till the real campaign date, which is September 28th, and boom, we shall have crackers.
All right. Yeah. Thank you so much for your thoughts on that particular headline, Mr. Victor.
Thank you.
Moving on now to the Daily Sun, where we have on page 6, this one says PDP crisis, Wike, Makinde blow hot. PDP crisis, Wike, Makinde blow hot. That's on page 6 of the Daily Sun. And on page 29 we have FG to descend on airlines selling tickets in dollars, denies spending 14.6 billion naira on Nigeria Airlines. Okay, that's on page 29. And on page 27 and 28, we have ASU. No going back on no work, no pay policy. That's according to FG. No going back on no work, no pay policy. That's according to FG on page 27 and page 28. And on page 3, we have brain drain. Government warns young doctors. Brain drain. Government warns young doctors. That's on page 3 of Daily Sun. And on page 5, we have terrorists raise funds through non-formal transactions, reveals DSS. That's on page 5. Okay, and lastly, on page 27, we have Tinubu dismisses Obi Atiku as threats, says no rift with Adamu. That's on page 27 of Daily Sun. Mr. Victor, just before we move straight to our next and last paper, what do you make of the headlines?
Okay, the PDP. Today, they'll be having their next meeting. I hope it holds. Okay, but before today, Thursday, on Tuesday and on Wednesday, on Tuesday in particular, the governors, the aspirant, the candidate governors, as in from each state, PDP candidates, gubernatorial candidates, were with Wike, a whole lot of them. Okay, not every one of them, but a whole lot of them. So they met in his residence, not even the government house, his residence up there at Wimpy. And one thing caught my eye when they showed his residence. Okay, and yeah, I'm diverting, but I'll just do it. I'll just chip it and come back again. Okay, his residence. You find out that Wike has tried to make sure that his family house will be a dwelling place for him. Okay, mind you, top politicians in the country, when they retire or when the political space does not favor them, they go back home. They do not even go to Abuja. They go back home. Just like Goodluck in Otueke, Wike in his Wimpy residence, okay, in Precom region, and the IBB, okay, IBB at his place, and he just wants to be part of the, and the president, as in the president Muhammad Buhari, will be going to Daura to retire. No two ways about that. So Wike has made that, and coming out to host this, he gave me that feel that wow, his mission is very close to that. When he retires, okay, he's still a top politician. Okay. Now, well, they had the meeting, and nothing much really came out from the meeting because they didn't really tell us they didn't come out to tell us what really happened after the meeting. Okay, but on Wednesday, the presidential aspirant, not candidate, the presidential aspirant of the PDP met with the Turaki of Adamawa, Atiku himself, on Wednesday. Okay, I picked up something about that. They are also trying, in all these meetings, they are trying to mend fences between Wike and the leadership of the party.
Yes.
Okay, now these persons, the aspirant went to meet Atiku to form a force and also to appeal with him, let them find a way to come together as one body to hit the ground running regarding the 2023 presidential election. But something happened. You now ask, out of the 16 persons that went for the position, only 5 persons were present at the meeting. And I'm sorry to say this, those 5 persons that were there are the minorities. The person that spearheaded the meeting is, personally, I call them the minorities, please. The person that spearheaded the meeting was Momodu of the Ovation magazine. And I need to call out Momodu right now, okay, because when he was canvassing for votes, he came to Arise TV, and they asked him a honest question, that is he really serious about this? And he fled. He fled against the presenters, telling them that he is not here for joke. And for the fact that they made that comment, in fact, the man was so furious for being asked that question. And right now, it is showing that Momodu, oh God, I'm not going to use this word, it's off my head. But it's showing that he wasn't serious about becoming the president of this country. Okay? Because even in a consultation, he was not even moving around. He was just there doing Skype. He was not moving around. Okay? So, well, they've gathered together with respect to what will happen today. Well, like the other paper on Tuesday said, this is moment of make or mar for the PDP. Ayu has stood his ground that he's not leaving the party, that he's not going to leave his seat. Okay? Well, the days are here. By the end of today, we shall know the outcome of the whole
Obviously,
meeting.
it's a period of make or mar for the PDP. But I want to ask, just before we draw the curtain on that particular line, do you really see this issue between Wike and Atiku, bringing a big problem for the PDP come the elections next year if they refuse to resolve it?
Well, if they refuse to resolve it, they will fail. And they will fail woefully. Without Wike there, okay, just like you read, Makinde is there. Okay. Makinde, governor of Oyo State. And from what is happening, Abia State, Makinde, Oton, if they don't get hold of these states, they will not win the election come 2023.
Okay. That's it for Daily Sun. Let's move straight now to our next and last paper for the day, which is The Nation. And amongst the headlines in The Nation here, we have PDP crisis, uncertainty over Ayochia Ayu's fate. Uncertainty over Ayochia Ayu's fate. Okay, that's for that. And next, we have IMF ask Nigeria, others to take $40 billion climate loan. IMF ask Nigeria, others to take $40 billion climate loan. Okay, that's for that. And another one here says, Tinubu, we are determined to turn Nigeria's fortune around. That's according to Tinubu. Tinubu is saying, we are determined to turn Nigeria's fortune around. No rift between party chair and I, says APC presidential candidate. Says no rift between party chair and I, says APC presidential candidate. And next one here on page 6 here says, 2 brothers confess to chopping off father's hand to Russell Cattle. That's a sad one coming from page 6 of The Nation. 2 brothers confess to chopping off father's hand to Russell Cattle. And on page 29, we have Abuja Kaduna train hostage negotiator in DSS custody. Mamu flown back from Cairo. Abuja Kaduna train hostage negotiator in DSS custody. Mamu flown back from Cairo. That's on page 29. And on page 7, lastly on page 7, we have why Nigeria can't meet OPEC quota. Why Nigeria can't meet OPEC quota. That's on page 7 of The Nation. Mr. Victor, what do you make of this headline?
Okay, just quickly. Okay, economically, let's talk about the IMF and the climate fund. Okay, there is $40 billion. Okay, for Africa to tap from. Okay, this is a loan, a very soft loan, and with a 20 years plan. Okay, the IMF are asking asking Africans and Nigerians to see, you guys, Nigeria as a country rather, you guys should tap into this so that you can make use of this fund. Okay, this fund has been set aside for you guys to take now.
But Mr. Victor, sorry to cut you.
Yeah.
With the rising borrowing of the country, do you really think Nigeria is in that state?
I'm coming. This is very attractive. Mind you have a 20-year plan to do.
Billion.
Yes, it's very attractive, and you have the right to go take that money. Now, well, if they take that loan for development, if they use it for the right thing, that is the question.
Nigeria is already in debt and have borrowed, if not more.
I would say they should not borrow for recurrent expenditure. They should borrow it for capital projects.
So
okay.
You advise Nigeria to still borrow more money?
No. They can for this particular fund. You know why? Because this fund, it's your more like your entitlement reason. Africans are not depleting the climate like the Europeans. We're not producing as much as them, Europeans and the Asians. Okay, so what happens at the end of the day? We suffer the effects of climate change. Okay, and this fund has been set aside because these funds are from penalties from these persons. Are you getting that? Okay. So why don't we make use of what is due for us? Use that money. The interest is too low, and it is a 20-year plan. So I think, I don't want to do that so much because of our time. Okay, I think that we should just, even the AFB, as in African Development Bank, has come out to say, see, let's make use of this money. It cannot just be lying down there. Before you know, the Asians will go use the loan. Okay, taking loans are not bad, but the problem with our country is that we use these loans for inappropriate things. Okay, so now to the negotiator that was arrested. DSS arrested Malam Tukom Mamu. He's a negotiator for the Abuja train kidnapped victims. Okay, since March 28th that it happened. Mind you, Gumi has been a very will I say a very notable person when it comes to negotiating with these bandits and terrorists. Gumi happened to be been working with this man because he owns a tabloid, a newspaper company. Okay, and he's been his media advisor. From there, they developed a relationship that this guy started becoming a negotiator. So he's been negotiating between the bandits. He's been in between the bandits and the government. Okay, but along the line, it's like there's something up there. You know, they can't release all the security details for us. But he was on his way to the Lesser Hajj in Saudi Arabia. He was intercepted at Cairo, okay, and brought back to Nigeria. And they went further, as in the DSS, they went further to go to his house, and they carted away with his laptop phone just to, because I think there is a top, will I say interrogation that they need to carry out, and it's investigation that they need to carry out. Okay, maybe something has happened behind the scene, and I just
we don't know about.
Yeah, I just hope that everything happens well, and these 60 kidnapped victims that are still with these persons be released. That is the front burner. Not for me.
Now that
it's
they
not
have,
just about.
Now that sorry for cutting, but now that they have actually arrested the negotiator, is there someone else that has been put in place to do negotiating now?
Well, for now, no. For now, no.
So the kidnapped victims are just going to be in the kidnappers' den for now.
Well, as it stands, it's a very complex issue right now. Okay, because you now ask, what do these people, aside, yes, they want their monies. Okay, but mind you, they still need some elements of negotiation. Let me tell you. Sorry, I'm taking your time. Let me tell you now. The children of these kidnappers have been, will I use the word, captured by the government. Okay. They are with the military in Kaduna, okay, in an orphanage home for that matter. Okay, so they are demanding, aside money now, they are demanding that their children be released. So you see where the government is holding them by the jugular. Okay. So I think for such, a negotiator is also needed for that to happen.
Okay, Mr. Victor, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us on the program for today.
Sir. Thank you, sir.
We really do appreciate you stopping by.
Thank you,
and we also appreciate you as been watching us to this time. Stick with us to this time. We say thank you so much for sticking with us. We appreciate you. Without you, we would not be here. That is a fact. But unfortunately, everything that has a beginning has an end. And this is where we have to draw the curtain on the program for today. My name is Cyril Aloysius once again. And it's been an amazing time here in the Newspaper Review for today. Don't forget, you can also be a part of this discussion. You have suggestions, you have questions to ask. Drop them in the comment section of any of our social media platforms. You can check us out on YouTube. We are Tap TV. On Twitter, we are Tap TV. On Instagram, we are Tap TV_NG. And on Facebook, we are Tap TV. Thank you so much once again. Until we come here again next time, do have a blessed and wonderful day. It's bye for now.